welcome to another episode of the Female Empowered Podcast. I'm your host, Krista Gurka. If you're just finding this podcast, welcome, 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 welcome. This is a podcast for female business owners in boutique healthcare, wellness, fitness, physical therapy clinics, massage, bar studios, Pilates studios, yoga studios, any combination thereof, personal training gyms, movement studios, CrossFit. If you're a female and you own a service-based business in health and wellness, this is your home. This is your community. And I'm so happy that you're here. Today, what we're going to talk about today is a little bit, I'm not going to make this very long because I've done a few episodes of like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and we'll link those in the show notes. We'll go back and I'll link up the ones from years past. Today, what I'm going to talk about is related to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but more in the sense of you can use this advice anytime you're thinking of discounting or gutting your prices. Okay, so before you discount, I want you to consider some of these alternative to big pricing dips. All right, so as Black Friday and Cyber Monday approaches, you might be tempted to slash your prices because that's what people are doing. And if you have a product-based business, it's a little bit different than a service-based business. So in today's episode, what I really want to explore and to share with you are some different strategies. I was going to say smarter, but I'm just going to say different strategies that can boost your business without devaluing the quality of your service and the money that goes into your bank account. Okay. The other thing is, I think this episode airs, what's the date it's airing? Sometime mid-October. If you do not have Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals already done, you're a little bit behind the eight ball. You're a little late. All right. And if you're like, oh, does that mean I have to do Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals? No, the answer is no. You do not have to do anything, especially if you don't need a sale of any sort. Okay. So before discounting, I want you to consider, this is the number one thing I want you to consider before you gut your prices, is can you add value to your existing packages? So let me give you an example. So maybe you have a new client special, and with that new client special, you get a free personalized posture assessment. Maybe that can be like a 20-minute postural assessment with either a Pilates instructor that understands movement and biomechanics and can do it. It literally would take 5 minutes. Okay. Or if you have a physical therapist on staff, a PTA, anyone that can have an assessment. And now, by the way, there's all these AI tools, there's all these postural apps that you can do with an iPad, and you can give someone actual results. People just love a hard copy of stuff. Okay. So can you possibly add that to a new client special before you discount your prices? Can you offer some branded merch? So can you give them a foam roller or a ball or bands? Or if you're a studio that has socks, can you give them socks? If you're a studio that does boxing, can you give them a set of boxing gloves? If you're a studio, I don't know, pelvic health practice, can you give them like, I know everyone's a little bit different, but can you give them a cup? I've seen some really, really, really funny cups. Pens, like anything that you can bundle into that new client special, a bag, a postural assessment, a foam roller, okay, with their first monthly membership or when they become a member. All right. What about, and you can do this with AI now. What about if you go into AI and ChatGPT, Claude, any of the AI features, softwares, there's a ton of them now, and you say, please create a 60-day meal plan with basic general foods specifically for someone who is between 45 and 65 and wants to lose 10 pounds and decrease sugar in their diet. You can come up with that and you can offer that as an add-on. That took you 5 seconds to do. All right. What if you said, give me 10 smoothie recipes that will increase cognition? Okay. And you can give that as a value add-on. You can do Provide me with an at-home workout, strength training workout for menopausal age women that can be done in 10 minutes or less. Fabulous. Done. Add it on. So how can you add value to what you're already offering? All right. If you have a monthly membership, right? Could you do a service? Now, it is adding value and you are kind of decreasing the price per class, but you're not decreasing the money you get. So maybe you could do something where it's like, if you have 10 classes a month, maybe you get sign up for monthly membership today and get one extra class for the first 3 months of your membership. Something to that effect. Okay. At least you're not decreasing the amount of money that you are actually getting. So what it does is it kind of holds your pricing integrity intact and gives clients more value and for what they're adding on. It's like, when you go, I don't know, when you go to Whole Foods or something, like, do you want to donate your gift bag or keep the credit? I'm always like, donate it. Or if you go to a restaurant and I say, I'll have a vodka tonic. Oh, Grey Goose. Yes, that would be great. That's an upsell. Okay. Because the vodka they're going to give me, if I say no house vodka, is like Popov or something like that. Okay. So you can do things like that, right? Where you can just add something that's a really low barrier to entry and be like, oh, if you sign up for this one, you actually get this for free, or you get this included, or this is $10 more, or something like that. And they're like, oh, okay, I'll do that, right? Now, another thing that you can do is consider bundling, especially like strategic bundling of your services. So could you add a private session to a bundle of group classes? Could you add a 30-minute stretch session with a bundle of classes? Could you add free recovery services for a month with a bundle of classes? And so when I talk about recovery, I'm talking about like Normatec boots, sauna blankets, red light therapy, Theragun, something that doesn't require another person to do for them because it's not costing you anything really. So if you have a sauna in your place or a cold plunge, just bundle them together. Okay. What if you created like a sample package or a starter kit, right? And the starter kit came, especially if you have a studio that has a variety of different options, like you have bar and you have yoga and you have Pilates and you have Zumba. Maybe you could say, first month, try all our classes for like, I don't know, $49 or something like that. And they can try a variety of classes. All right. What if you can bundle nutrition services? Okay. What if you can bundle, here's our unlimited membership, also comes with a wellness workshop that we do once a month. So instead of discounting, think, how can I value add by bundling services together? All right. Now, I love this next idea, especially for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, online or pre-recorded content. So if you want to, most of us during COVID, we created online libraries, we went online, we recorded classes. Could you take some of those classes that you've already recorded and put together a program? 30 days of mat Pilates classes, $12.99, $29.99, whatever it is. Like, the content's already created for you. You just have to put it together. Could you take your home exercise library and bundle it together for like a low back at home program? Sell it for $10. Have you taught a workshop before that's now online? Could that go on sale? What if you have an on-demand library and you release online content? Could you discount that, right? Because it costs you the same amount of money and the same amount of work, whether you have 5 people in there or 25 people in there. So could you say, like, pay for a year, get 1 month free? Buy a 90-day membership, get an extra month for free, right? So those are ways that you can use your online content, your pre-recorded content, things that you already have, right? And sell it or discount it or have flash sales. And these are things you can do, by the way, throughout the year. You can run these kind of flash sales whenever you want throughout the year. They're a great way for cash influx. They're a great way to keep people, just top of mind in people's, social pages and internet and email lists and all of that stuff. All right. So I love the pre-recorded content. All right. What about a loyalty program? Okay. I know a lot of people do like referral programs and loyalty programs, but what if on Black Friday you said, we're going to do a loyalty program where clients can, maybe for the month of November, every service is a point, and whoever gets a certain amount of points gets access to a private session. Like, think of this as like when you took your kids to Chuck E. Cheese, if you're old like me, or GameStop, and the kids spend a shit ton of money on video games, and then you go to the counter at the end and like 3,000 tickets buys you like a piece of gum or a funky pencil or a Slinky. Okay. What if you could do, now I'm not saying rip off your clients like that, but what if you said when you get to 100 points, you get a free private session? Or when you get to 150 points, you get 25% off your next membership. Or if you get to 200 points, you get a consult with one of our nutritionists. Okay. Could you do something like that where you're creating loyalty points, or a give back program, right? Maybe you can do something like, I love these, like buy one, give one, right? People love to give back. And for me, I love doing as much philanthropy as I can. So maybe it's like buy one, give one, buy 5 classes, put 5 classes in our community portal where we can donate them to people that need them. Buy a physical therapy session, donate a physical therapy session. Okay. And then maybe what you can do is you can ask them, like, do you want to keep your credit or do you want to donate the credit? Right. So do you want to keep your credit, buy one, give one for yourself, or do you want to donate it to a person in need, like the dollar amount or something like that? That's a great buy one, give one. They get something, they give something. Okay. And you can partner with a local charity. We do a lot of local philanthropy by us, especially in the Coconut Grove neighborhood. And so that's a really great way for some sort of loyalty program. And it also leads into community partnerships, right? So how can you collaborate with other like-minded businesses? Can you partner with, different like-minded businesses and create some sort of wellness bundle? Right? Or maybe you can, if you have a cute little neighborhood, like village, like maybe you can put something in there, and then the local smoothie place can put something in there, and maybe the nail place can put something in there. And basically everyone buys that, that package, something like that. So you can collaborate like that. And do something like, if they buy a package, they get a discount to the local coffee shop, right? If they buy a package, they get a discount to the local athleisure wear stuff. How can you collaborate with other businesses? And maybe you could do the same. Maybe at the coffee shop, you're like, buy a dozen donuts, get 25% off a class of Pilates. I mean, that doesn't really go hand in hand, but anyways, maybe it is. And then what you're selling is like, oh, if you buy $100 worth of Pilates, we're going to donate $100 to XYZ charity. All right. Or buy $100 worth of physical therapy, and we're going to donate 25% to a local charity. So there's all these different ways that you can add value, bundle services, make other people feel good about giving back. You're giving back without discounting your services. Okay. Now, some of the things we recently talked about in our inner circle when we were strategizing Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals for the group and helping them put together their offers, which some of them are not doing any offers, but some of them that wanted to. One of the ideas we came up with was a home for the holiday package. So you could sell that on Black Friday. And what we recommended was to sell it as a package that you don't normally sell. So maybe you don't normally sell 4 classes. So maybe it's 4 classes for, I don't know, $99, or 4 classes for $149. You have to figure out your price point. Okay. And it's good through either December 31st or maybe you push it to January 15th. And it's like specifically for gift it to your son or daughter that's coming home for the holidays, or your son or daughter that is going to be visiting, or your son or daughter, or your granddaughter that's going to be home for the holidays, or anybody. Okay. Kids that are out of school, college kids, teachers, any of that. Like you could do that. And it's a good influx of cash. What I do not recommend, definitely don't do something where you do like 25% off a 10 class card and you have no expiration on that. That is like the worst thing you can do for your business because you're taking all of that sales, you're discounting, you're gutting your profit margin, and then you're not putting an expiration date on it, which means they could come back 5 years from now. And believe me, and we've had people do this. So if you're going to do a Black Friday or Cyber Monday deal with something that has extended services, make sure that you have an expiration date. So if you're doing group classes or one-on-one coaching or something, they ended December 31st or January 31st at the very least, at the very latest. Okay. If you're a physical therapy practice, maybe you say use your HSA and FSA money before it expires, or take advantage of all your insurance out of network benefits before the end of the year. We're doing 20% off physical therapy evaluations from now through December 31st. All right. So there is something that you can do in those regards. There's many, many, many ideas that you can do, that you can utilize, that are not gutting your prices and are not devaluing your business and are not going to be bad strategic plans or marketing or profit or money or revenue, all of that stuff. Okay. So I did want to keep this episode really short so that it's a quick, easy learn, easy listen, and you can go back and listen to it over and over and over again, but keep it, flag it, save it for later, because when you're thinking about discounting, maybe you come back to this episode and is like, ooh, I'm going to go back to see what Krista said and see if I can come up with one of these things instead of discounting my prices. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this, and be smart about your Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. And if you are going to run them, please plan them. They should be planned no later than the end of the month. So get to it. And until next time, my friends, bye for now.